And so then, to Ivor Cutler, in a new session recorded. He's done many sessions for my programme, certainly when it was on Radio 1, and he's always welcome. Recorded in front of a small audience, including the couple from downstairs, I'm told, on the 19th of September, and one or two BBC engineers. And I should have been there, but then my Radio 3 colleagues forgot to tell me what time I should turn up, and by the time I got through to them on the phone, it had all finished. So, anyway, as usual, over to Ivor.
The river bends. You'll know what I mean. Where the river bends, the blind men fall in. Where the river bends, the blind men fall in. Where do they come from, the blind men? Why do they all fall in? I don't know, and neither do they. A-da-ra-ra-dee-da-dee-ree-ree, a-da-ra-ra-dee-da-dee-ree-ree. I walked round to where the river bends, and I fell in. I walked round to where the river bends, and I fell in. Where do I come from? Why did I fall in? I don't know. A-da-ra-ra-dee-da-dee-ree-ree, a-da-ra-ra-dee-da-dee-ree-ree. We all went back to the bank and fell in again and 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 again. A-da-ra-ra-dee-da-dee-ree-ree, a-da-ra-ra-dee-da-dee-ree-ree. Astonished. Without knowing what she was doing, she handed me the greatest gift of my life. Astonished, she refused to accept any credit for her act. I never did anything, she protested. I know, I replied. You just sat there. That's all you needed to do. That's how it happens. You've just changed my life. That's all. Now another shorter poem. I've told you 1,000,000 times, don't cross your eyes and look up at me through your nose. And the last poem of this set. A Nippy Noun. He opened his mouth. A noun came out and stood on his lip. He shut his mouth and his upper lip tipped it off. It flew around the kitchen like a verb, then went back into his brain and shut the door. I learned this song while I still lived in Scotland. I learned it from my big brother, who had just turned 14. Pussy on the mat. Go and lie down, pussy, lie on the mat, pussy, lie down, and I will turn on the hoover, suck off the fleas before the crowd gets home, and then I'll blow out the fleas into the fish tank. Nothing gets wasted round here. Lie down, pussy, I'll get started right now. The goldfish is howling for her dinner. Where are my fleas, jumping little parasites, who say, lie on the mat before the crowd gets home? Now for your pleasure, I'll read some more poems. A Jaggy Thing. Jill sat down on the bench, then jumped up with a squeal. I just sat on a jaggy thing. Jess leaned over and touched the place carefully with a finger. It's the point of living. Jill kneeled to examine it. So that's the point of living. I've always wanted to know. This is a very short poem, but short poems are usually better because they're over quicker. To learn how to caress a woman, practice on moss. His need. He opened his eyes and gaped at me. How many brains do you really have? 7, I blushed. It was my first lie. I only had 3. But he was so impressed I had to take advantage of his stupidity. He needed to be lied to. Cosmos. Key of C. You are the centre of your little world, and I am of mine. Now and again we meet for tea, we're two of a kind. This is our universe, cups of tea. We have a beautiful cosmos. We have a beautiful cosmos. What do we talk of whenever we meet? Nothing at all. You sit with a sandwich, I look at a roll. Sometimes I open my mouth, then shut it. We have a beautiful cosmos, you and me. We have a beautiful cosmos. You are the center of your little world, and I am of mine. Now and again we meet for tea, we're two of a kind. This is our universe, cups of tea. We have a beautiful cosmos, you and me. We have a beautiful cosmos. Hello, Andy. You're late.
I'm sorry, Ivor, but thank you for the session. That was terrific.